Hey guys, it's Carson here, back with another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing, testing out, and reviewing the Zhiyun Smooth-Q, as you can already see by the title down below. This is meant for pretty much any smartphone, and I'm going to be using my iPhone 6s, just for anybody who's wondering right now. But before saying anything else about this, let's actually see what's inside the box. Okay, so you can buy this with like all sorts of different things along with it on Amazon, but the thing that I got is I got this lanyard that came along with it that actually has a tripod mount right on it. But on the box here, as you can see here on the back, it has direct mobile charging through gimbal, which is actually pretty cool. You can actually go and plug your phone USB cable into this thing, which I'm going to be trying later, and charge your phone off of the internal battery of this thing, because it has a 12-hour continuous work time, and that is much longer than the DJI Mobile, so that's pretty cool. Has two-way mounting frame for easy switch, so you can actually turn your phone either vertical or horizontal, really however you want. And it has instant zooming manual control, so that's a lot like the DJI Mobile as well. Anyways, that being said, let's actually get into getting inside the box. Alright, so there we go. As you can see, it comes with a little carrying case. Actually, it's not too little, but it comes with a carrying case to actually hold the gimbal when you're not using it, which is actually great because when you're traveling and you want to just throw this in your bag, you'll know that it will be safe inside there, so I'm just going to set that there for now. As you can see it, I guess it already comes, they actually gave this, then you could throw it over your shoulder. Okay then, so if you wanted to put this on, you could put this over your shoulder as well. Comes with a micro USB to USB cable, some directions, user guide. Looks like that is pretty much it for inside this box. So let's set all of this aside so we can actually open up the actual gimbal itself and check it out. That is a nice case right there. Really durable, actually. So if any of you have seen the DJI Mobile, you probably already can tell that this looks very similar, and this is much, much cheaper than the DJI Mobile, which is one, why I got it, and two, I've read lots of reviews about this, seen lots of videos about it. They're very similar in many aspects, other than this doesn't have the trigger on the back, which is okay. It kind of stinks that it doesn't have that, but maybe in future models of the Zhiyun Smooth-Q. But anyways, I feel like I've said enough about this right now, so let's actually get to putting a phone on this thing and seeing how well it actually works. Alright, so now it's time to actually start using this gimbal. So when you first get it, it actually won't be balanced to your specific phone because obviously there are many different phones out there in the world. So to put your phone in the gimbal, it's really quite simple. You just slide your phone in by separating these two clips right here and then just sliding it down until it hits the bottom right there. And when you first put it on, as you can see, it's definitely not balanced right now. So in order to balance it, you're going to go and on the back here, right here, you're going to unscrew that, and then you're going to want to set this probably on a flat surface and just separate this back part right here until your phone just stays steady where it is. You can just mess around with it a little bit until it's balanced. Now, this doesn't have to be perfectly balanced, but it does save battery life on it, and in general just saves the motors from doing a lot of work. So you want to have it as balanced as possible. But as soon as it's balanced like this, then you just tighten down this right here again, once again. And as you can see now again, my phone is balanced. Obviously the gimbal is not on yet, but in order to turn on the gimbal, you just press and hold the red record button here. As you can see, there it now just turned on. And now that is how you get this all set up. So from there, on iOS, you're gonna wanna download the app that's called ZY Play by Zhiyun. And that is what this gimbal can connect to through the app. So since I've already got it, just launch it up, just go to connect to your device, and then it will automatically search. You don't even have to go into Bluetooth or anything. It's really quite simple. There you go, it's already connected to the gimbal. So if I just press the record button, as you can see that began recording there, and if I press the stop button, it does the same thing. Pretty awesome. So there's that, and there's also zooming on the controller itself, which I've found really awkward to use when you're actually using the gimbal, but there's that, and there's all these different controls. But before I say anything else, I'm gonna put on this L bracket that I actually bought, and this is from Amazon. Both of these I got from Amazon. Don't be fooled, there's like a package on Amazon that includes both this gimbal and this L bracket, but it's $150, where if you just buy this and the L bracket separately, you can get it for $137. I know it's a crazy big difference. Just kidding, not that big of a difference. But if you know where to look for this L bracket, which the reason why I got it is then I can go and actually put my microphone on and then have better audio with my phone. So then once I've got that mounted, then I can go and screw this on to the bottom of the gimbal itself on the tripod mount, which is pretty awesome. And you just screw it on like that. And then there you go. Now you've got a handle on the side of your gimbal, and I gotta flip this around, but then you can put any microphone you want really that can plug into your phone here. But keep in mind that when you're actually doing this, it might be a little bit difficult to get to the headphone jack on your phone, or if you're an iPhone 7 user, you can't even get access to it at all because right there, as you can see, your lightning port is covered. So that kind of sucks if you're a iPhone 7 user. But anyways, let's go outside and actually get some shots out of this thing and see how well it works. So here's just some shots right now of Marley. As you can see, I've got this in the follow mode where it just follows where I'm aiming the gimbal. Actually, I know you can't see that. Anyways, with a simple 3 taps of the mode button on the gimbal, it flips it around like you just saw and aims it on the subject who's actually using the gimbal, which is pretty awesome. So right now, as you can see, it's pretty smooth on my face. So I've been using this now for a couple of days and it has honestly amazed me for $140 how well it works. Now I'd have to say that if you are a beginner, I would say this is probably a great gimbal to start off with if you're wanting to either use it for vlogs or you just want it for some photography things or videography things. Like really, the options are endless for why you'd want it, but I think it's pretty awesome. So instead of just talking a ton about it, let's get to a montage of different shots that I've gotten out of it, so then you guys can see the full potential out of this gimbal. So let's get into that montage right now. When actually using this thing, you've got a choice of 3 different modes. The first one being the default, and what that one does is, this is the default mode right now. So it basically follows you horizontally wherever you're going. But when you turn the gimbal vertically, it will stay horizontal. So it will stay in place like that. However, you can obviously move it up and down with the joystick, but in this mode, you can't move it left or right. So to get to another mode, you can just press the mode button once, and now that has brought it into locked mode. Now this is exactly the same as holding the trigger on the back of a DJI Mobile, but you have to get to it by pressing the mode button. Now there is one more mode. If you just press this mode button once again, it will bring it back to the original mode or the last mode that you had. But you can get to the other mode by double clicking the mode button, and now it just follows wherever you go. And this is just basically like holding a camera, but it just smoothly moves it wherever you move the gimbal. So I'm not going to get into too much depth of how these modes work and all of them and everything, because I don't want this video to be too long. But if you're a beginner, those are the basic 3 modes right there. If you guys would like to see future video on the modes, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. So another thing that's pretty cool that you can actually do from the app is press this little button over here, which turns on tracking. So as soon as you've got tracking on, you then just go like the DJI Osmo or really anything, and you just draw a box around whatever object you want to track, and it begins tracking it. And it will follow it around wherever you go. So as you can see, it's just tracking my hand right now. And I would have to say that this tracking is definitely not as great as DJI Osmo. I've tried the DJI Osmo's tracking before, and it's much faster. Like I feel like look at that. I just lost it that easily, and I wasn't even moving that quickly. So I'm going to go and lock it on my face really quick. So after you've got it locked on your face, as you can see, It's following me around right now, not touching it. This is just to prove a point that it is actually tracking and that I'm not controlling it or anything. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, the tracking isn't 100% accurate. Not the greatest tracking, but I mean, if you're one person here and you're just trying to take a shot and you want some tracking because you're doing something where you're moving around a lot, then you can just put this on a tripod because, again, it has that tripod mount on the bottom and it will then just track you around, which is pretty awesome. So in the end, you guys, would I personally recommend this to everyone out there? Honestly, I think it is a great gimbal for just $140. Like, that is insane. I've been using this now for the past couple of hours, and it's been amazing at all that it has done. And honestly, the one thing that I'd have to say, that if you're planning on getting this for yourself, I just want to mention that this thing has some bugs. Like, as you can see right now, I'm not sure why it's doing this. It's literally, I'm attempting to move left to right, but it's actually moving like diagonally. Like, what is it doing? I'm not sure, but I just wanted to mention that this thing has some bugs and that you should probably go and get a specific right angle or 90-degree cord to plug into your phone for charging, because like I just said, I've been using this for like the past couple of shots for literally like the past 3 to 4 hours, and my phone has died from 50% to 0% numerous times. So you're probably going to want to go and get a specific cable for that, just so then you can actually use the gimbal while charging it, because you can actually go and charge your phone with the gimbal, which is awesome, honestly. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see future videos from me, click that subscribe button down below. Also, if you'd like to see my last video, that should be up there, and some random video should be down there that I'm almost dying pointing to because I'm biking right now. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Peace. So, as you can see, here's Marley. We can, oh, no.